Hey, what's up YouTube? Here is David or DBEE and welcome to Honkai Star Rail Beginner's Guide or Beginner's Tips basically in 2025. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Hopefully you guys are a bit excited for this video, and hopefully if you're a new player to Honkai Star Rail, you're gonna learn a thing or two. This is me just giving a general video with general tips and guiding you guys towards the correct direction. This video is for someone who thinks maybe they're not doing enough damage or progressing at a slow rate, they are not sure if they're doing everything correct, and I will break the video down into just steps, basically, and how to progress through the game if you're kind of unsure of what to do. So, I'm going to start off with talking about how to progress through the overworld / the story, and what you should prioritize on basically when playing the game. So your best friend early on is the actual campaign itself, because that is what will give you the most Trailblazer XP, and that will what will progress you further into the story to be able to unlock materials. So if you're a beginner, your biggest priority is the main story itself. It's not the side quest or the companion quests. Do the main story. If you focus on the other stories and you think you're just min-maxing, in my opinion, that hurts you long term, because you want to be updated to the story. So if you pull for characters that you want, you'll be able to farm their materials quicker, faster, and more efficiently basically, and the main story will get you closer to max level as well. Cool. Next up, your priority is the companion quest. I'm just gonna mute my phone because I'm just realizing it. 1 second, I just gotta check the message. Sorry about this. Don't hurt me. What's these? Okay, that's fine. Okay. Next is your companion quests, because that is your next best source of XP. Following that is events. Prioritize doing event quests whenever you can, especially the limited events that you aren't able to do later on. Why? If you don't do them in certain periods, basically some of the events will be gone. Fortunately, Honkai Star Rail, I'll show you guys, has a system that you are able to go through past events, which is nice. Like you see, I have all of these complete and still get the rewards. I am just not sure if you're able to access them if you're a new account. So this is a fact that you have to kind of double check when playing it, but make sure to do the events. They're one of the great ways of getting the gems for pulling characters. And finally is every other side quest to do. That is the priority. You should be doing them. And at the start, you will be overwhelmed by quests. You will get a lot of quests. You will see a lot of boxes, check markers, whatever. Don't worry about it. Do them in that order. Prioritize the story as much as you can. Obviously, if you want to do a side quest because you love the story of the quest, yeah, do it, go ahead. But for the most efficient way of playing, I would prioritize the main story. Get as further in the story as you possibly can and get up to date, so you are able to progress in content and get the most XP possible. That is the overworld / story. Next, your characters, which we will open the screen. I did a separate video about this, but I will give a general overview here. And if you're feeling you're not doing enough damage, which is fair enough, for people who are more veteran, yeah, my crit rate is awful on him. I need to fix that. Anyways, you're starting from the top to the bottom. That is your priority in upgrades. So, I will use a character, for example, Archer here. I will ascend him, get him to level 70 now, but your priority for the levels is from level 0, or 1, I guess I should say, all the way to level 70. First, you're prioritizing the levels whenever you can. This is your main goal. After that, you're prioritizing whatever light gun you have, and that is your second main goal. Then you're doing the traces, and finally you're upgrading the relics. As you progress through the story, you want to have everything up to date for the current level. because you will get capped at certain levels and you cannot upgrade your level anymore. For example, you maybe maximum can do until level 50 or 40. Then you have to level up your main account, and then you can upgrade your character later on. But as you're going through the story, make sure to have those characters capped as high wherever they can be possibly, just so you're keeping up with the DPS as your account grows as well. That is how you prioritize your characters, simply, basically. You also want to prioritize on one full team to be able to clear the story. So whatever free-to-play team you're going to be doing, so if we're going to just maybe team builder, just as an example, I'm walking through the beginning area just kind of for myself, for nostalgia. I'm just running around. If we, for example, nope. Okay, let's get rid of the Herta. Remove. So, what are some decent early game teams you can do potentially, and what early game teams you can, for example, try and focus on? So let's see, because I do have the early game characters, and I'm gonna tell you guys my favorite early game characters. Pela, very good character you can get early game, a nice 4-star basically. One second, a rarity so I can see the 4 stars. Cool. So Natasha will be one of your best friends early game. She is one of the best healers you will get for the early game. She was on my main team until the second world. She was getting me carried basically. Loved her. She's a great unit. She does a good job for what she is. The problem with her only is she's a little bit slow. That's it. That's her only problem in my opinion. Her healing is good, but as a character she's just very slow because she doesn't do anything else but heal basically. I'm just gonna drink my coffee. Hook. She is not a bad early game DPS. You can use her as a DPS early game. She is one of the fire units. If you're going against fire types and you need to break that element with fire, she will do the job. You'll notice the biggest problem with the 4-star units normally is that they are just slow. What do I mean by slow? It's very hard for them to basically combo off or do anything along those lines and fight efficiently together. But for the early game, she works very well, I think. I did not play much of Asta in the early game. Oops, sorry. So I really can't tell you guys much about her. Where is the team lineup? Went to number 6 again. Sort by rarity again. Cool. And did I really? Okay, there she is. So I haven't played much of Asta, so I really can't tell you much, but I know she's overall a very solid unit as well, so she is a good option as well in my opinion. Also, did that not... That's a weird way of going through the 4 stars. Okay, that's very... Oh, because they're my pinned characters, that's why, sorry. Herta, early game Herta, again, I heavily recommend her. She was a very good, like, ice character for me. So if you're able to get her, super character. Next up, Tingyun. Tingyun is a character that you will not regret investing in overall. She's a very good character and she works with some teams later on in the game as well. Same actually with Pela. These two characters, I use her on my Acheron team at the moment, and I use her on my Genie 1 team at the moment. Very universal characters, so these two you will not go wrong in investing into them basically. So she is in general an amazing character, so heavily good pull for her. I don't even know, I forgot how to pronounce her, but Chichi or Kinka, I don't know how you pronounce you. Never touched her, never had an interest with her. I've never seen actually anyone use her as well, so skip. Dang Han, very good early game character as well. Very good to level up and very good to play. So also a good option. Sampo as well is pretty decent. He's a little bit more niche I think as well. But if you want to use him as well, you can kind of focus on that. Arlan, I've never used him, never cared about him, so I can't really give you guys an opinion as well. Also, sorry, my nose. a little bit itchy. I cannot give you guys an opinion about him, so I would skip him. I don't know if you, I don't know how much you actually get pulls from if you get Misha, because we're talking about the 4 stars for the early game. Is that really the only 4 stars? I remember using a lot more characters early game. Huh. Because all of these characters, it depends if you pull them, but I haven't really used them because they came out later. The only other early game characters that you probably might get are the standard unit, standard banner 5 stars. Himiko could be one of your main DPSs early game. She is not the greatest DPS for a 5 star, but she will get the job done. I would make a choice between her and Hook. She probably will be a little bit stronger than a Hook, but I wouldn't over-invest into Himiko unless that is literally the only 5 star you have. Yang Qing is pretty decent. I wouldn't not recommend him, but I wouldn't also hope I get him. If you get Bailu, she's your level up from your Natasha. That's the next best healer after her, basically. She is not as good as the late game healers. I don't think there's a single team that consistently uses her because the other healers just are faster and do everything better, and that's it. So I wouldn't really be too focused on her. If you get Natasha, just stick with Natasha compared to her, just so you save your resources. Wealth is a very good investment overall. A lot of people like playing Wealth, and I still see a lot of people playing Wealth. So if you want to build a Wealth team and you get him, go for it. He won't be able to keep up with the late game content, but he will get you comfortably through the game. Clara's not a bad pick as well. You can build pretty decent teams around Clara as well, but I wouldn't again be over hyping this character. But if you get Wealth, Clara, or Himiko, you'll be able to make comfortable early game teams, so don't worry about it. Next character is Chipard. I'd stay away from him. If you get him, even though it's nice, he got me through when I played in version 1.1 and 1.0, but anything after that, he is just useless, basically. And the best character you can get is Bronya. If you get Bronya, she is the most universal character you can get. She will support your later on teams. I use her in my Finon team, I use her in my Jingyuan team, I use her in my Sela team. Is Sunday a bit better? Sure. Is Bronya the next best thing? Also true. So get Bronya if you can. Also, I just don't see Serval. That's why I'm... Oh, there's Serval. I completely skipped her. She's a good early game DPS. If you get her and you can't get anyone else, again, she will work. So don't worry about it. She will work. So if we do, as an example, some early game teams, so I'll just notch you. For example, because this, let's do realistic polls. You probably will get Himiko at some point. If you're lucky, you might get Bronya as well. So let's do a Bronya. That's you considering, and if you need a healer, for example. And in here, you really have a flexible pick. You could put Pela here. You could put Ting you want here. Actually, you could put Asta here. I'm pretty sure as well. So it's a very flexible pick. What I would probably play here would be between Pela and Ting Yuan. So like this would be a pretty solid early game team that could get you through the story. If you can't get Bronya and you're stuck with 4 stars, you could even throw in Asta here as well, for example. These are again early game teams. This isn't meant to be the best team you'll ever get, but this is a team that can carry you through the story pretty comfortably. Himiko, in my opinion, is the worst case scenario for the 5 stars. If you're able to get Bronya, super. And if you get any other DPS, it's so much better. Even Wealth, I would think, in overall will be Wealth, but then we're working with a completely different team. But this is just as an example for the people starting out early game. So, my next topic will be, okay David, I would like to spend some money. What should I invest in? What is the best return on value for a new player? Let me quickly do sorry. Dispatch them, cool. So, Nameless Honor. This is, in my opinion, the best investment you will get for the best price. This costs, I'm pretty sure, roughly a 10 or 12 euro. So this is basically the battle pass. The amount of resources you get is incredibly worth it when you buy just the bottom one. Don't buy the one with levels. Do not ever buy the one with levels. Just play the game. Save your money. You will get so many resources for upgrading your characters and their levels. You'll get extra energy as well, and you'll get a few pulls. And this is the best resource in the game that you need to really prioritize on and using efficiently if you're not a whale. This is what will further on upgrade your traces basically. But Nameless Honor is the most valuable thing you can get for yourself. Next thing is the supply pass. 6 euro, log in every day. Over a full month you get 2,700, which is just nearly for 210 bucks, nearly. But it's very good value for that. In the exchange shop, what you should be prioritizing is what you need. So if you're a free-to-play account, you won't be pulling a lot. So these are important decisions. If you pull a lot, you get what you want basically. So because I pull a lot, I always get the special pass or the Tracks of Destiny, because that's what I need basically. I don't care about the 5-star weapons. If you don't pull a lot, it would be worth it for you to get yourself a 5-star weapon just so you have a better team. For the Ambers exchange, the best ones you always have to get is these 3. So the 3 golden ones, because they're the most value. Following that, you will get the adventure logs and the credits. You will think you have a lot of money, but trust me, you will not have a lot of money. Next up is Stellar Convenience. So if you get any of these, get the character you want. The best characters from here probably would be, again, Branya or Leloucha. He would be the best alternative than these. I wouldn't really care about any other character if I'm being honest. For the Lycone Redemption, again, it's more what you need. So you have to do a bit of research, simply what to get, because depends what you're building. Outfits are completely optional. Don't bother if you don't need this at all. Contract shop. So I wouldn't be over hyped for any of this. If you're getting something and you want something that is maybe a little bit worth your money, is anything with these energy flasks. So this wouldn't be the worst investment because you're getting more energy. Or obviously if you want the pulse, this one would be very good overall. This is very good value as well, but you don't need this. But the one like here, and you want something cheaper, anything with fuel is not a bad investment in my opinion for the early game. And out of these bundles, the only advice I will give you guys is get all the bonuses whenever you can. I would never personally buy the 99-cent one because I just think it's like, I don't know. Some people buy it because they just need that little amount, and I'm like, if you buy this, let's say, over your whole career of playing Honkai Star Rail 100 times, because you're just not caring about it, that's one full one over here, which will be better value than 100 of these. Do you get me? So I would just ignore the lower ones and over time save up for the bigger bundles if you're planning to spend any money. I really wouldn't. Maybe you can get the bonus here, maybe that makes it worth it. Maybe just get rid of the bonuses, but it's better to be patient and not spend small amounts over a long period of time, and just spend the bigger amount, which is the same money in the end, in one go when you actually need it. That's just my opinion about it. This is basically once you exchange them. Cool. Next up is your inter guide. Cool. Every single day, do your daily challenges and make sure these are done. Also do your daily assignments when you unlock them and make sure they're always running. Obviously, like every single gacha game, waste is the wrong word. Spend your energy where you can. Always have a build target and always work towards something. So currently I'm working towards Tribi. This is what I need to build on her. Don't... And always calculate the recommended things to level up. Why? There are certain things that characters don't need leveled up, like their basic attacks. If you're a healer and you're only using your basic attacks, why do I need to spend to upgrade your basic attacks? It makes zero sense. So always use this. And use Google to cross-reference. I'm the opposite. Because I'm so late game, I'm just maxing everything I can. Is it a waste of my resources? Probably. Who cares? I'm just that late game that I'm literally just whatever I can. Use this and always do the Echo of Wars. This is your priority every week to get done, is your Echo of Wars. Why? Because this is also extremely limited resource. Maximum a week you can earn 9 of these if you get lucky, because you can pull 3 from one, so the maximum you can earn a week is 9. And trust me, you will need more than 9 a week if you're upgrading bigger rosters of character. And these are the late game content which I will not cover in this video, because I'm going to be covering a late game video as well for my late game friends who are at a level like me, where they press J and they don't have a single quest available to them basically. I'm nearly done all the quests in the game, so I will make a video about late game content, what to do when you're late game, how to still have fun in the game when you have late game, and how to check more boxes basically throughout this game. So, thank you guys for watching. It was your boy David or DBEE. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll talk to you guys in the next episode. Take care and goodbye.